It's going to work out better as a carry-on, still being aesthetically pleasing. But I have seen other 30-litre backpacks do it well. Hey guys, welcome back to your Women's Gear Review channel, and today we are reviewing the Traverse backpack from Alpaka. This is a new drop from them and a trusted brand at that. This backpack for me absolutely combines what I love from the Elements and the kind of Bravo backpack, but this one is a bit more playful and less rigid in that sense. There's a bit more flexibility with this one. Sorry, this is where I interrupt and just say, if you do happen to have a wee gander on the website of the products we are reviewing, then we would be so grateful if you could use our links below. This is no extra cost to you and it just helps us as a team and growing our channel. What's that? Oh, you would like me to introduce you to the team so you can see who you're helping out? No bother, let's go. First up, we have our editor, Orla, our outreach manager, Orla. Oh, there is our script writer, she's shy. She's called Orla. Then we have this sexy lady for thumbnails. The main star of our reviews is the reviewer herself, Orla. And last but not least, the woman who does it all. Her name is kind of like Lorla, but it's Orla. So don't forget to click that first link to purchase your item. We are gonna go through the summary, we'll go through the features, we'll pack it out, see if we can get into it. We'll do a wee fit check, comfortability test, airline test, water test, and then run through some pros and cons. And of course, as always, if there is anything that we've missed that you would like to know, then just pop us a wee comment below and be sure to get back to you. Just as a bit of a disclaimer, this backpack was sent out for review, but by no means does that hinder my honest opinion. Alpaka don't get to see what I post before it goes live. They don't tell me what to say, nothing like that. Honesty is what you get over here regardless. Okay, let's get cracking on with the summary. This is priced at $199 US. Now, depending on when you see this, there is currently a Black Friday sale where you will get 15% off, so scurry on over by using the links below. So you got 47 by 28 by 18 in centimeters. It is a 30-litre. You've got Exoflux 400D ripstop nylon with that cool grey honeycomb ripstop polyester. The colours you can currently get it in are the black, the moonlight blue, and the green that I have here. Alpaka offer lifetime warranty, international shipping, and returns. Okay, let's get cracking on with the features. Okay, so for the branding, Alpaka do always keep it quite minimal. You've got some here on the side, and then you will find some here on the strap. So starting off externally, not a lot in terms of like straps or anything that you can attach to this bag, like loopholes and things like that. On one side, you do have a little side handle, easy to grab onto this. Then you have two external kind of loopholes if you did want to attach here. Then you could go ahead and do so. I like to keep it quite sleek and how it is personally. Then from this onwards, you have the top grabbing handle here. Plenty of cushion on this. Really easy for just maneuvering the bag. As mentioned, you don't really want to be grabbing onto your straps often because that will just cause a little bit of damage to the straps over time. So it's handy enough to have these, one on the side and one on the top. And also if you did want to enter kind of like a briefcasey mode, then you could do that. On the other side here where the branding is going to be your water bottle compartment. Now, quite interesting enough for it to be within the kind of backpack. Usually they are on the outside, so something different. You've got a little bit of light, brighter, cool grey here on the interior. Plenty of space in there. Just a personal preference. I do prefer my water bottle to be on the outside, but then someone did make a good point ages ago saying how, like, if you are out and about and your water bottle is on the outside, how germs and stuff attach to that, and that did make a good point. Not enough for me to change my love for the outside one, but good point made overall. 750 ml fits in lovely in there. We will be packing it out so you'll be able to see a bit better as to how that kind of fits. This is the 1 litre. That fits in grand as well. Closing this is one side. Then starting off with the kind of front compartments here. So on one side, you've got your little custom tog pullers throughout. Your coated zips, just not on the side compartments here that we'll get into in a second, but the rest of the bag, the zips are coated. Little custom pillar. Inside, a little bit of tech organization. You've got your 2 pen loopholes. I do love how they kind of sit higher, so they're not flat. It's just really easy then to actually fit in a pen. Quite smooth. Then one bigger pocket here on the other side, but whenever you see this pocket here eats into the space a little bit, but that pocket does run right up to the top here, so plenty of space for a little bit of tech, and similar for this one as well, just a bigger style pocket. I do prefer a swing the bag around kind of style pocket for my backpack, so this is ideal. So in here you have your little key tether. Now this is a sample, so this was sent out to me prior to the launch. Now what you will have in your backpack as the final product will be their well-known kind of key tether here, the magnetic one. Maybe they, you know, listened to my reviews and were like, oh, she doesn't dig that, so we'll just send her one without it. But this is what you'll get. I always say in my reviews, just I'm not a fan of this kind of hook, just because when I put it around the keys and it starts to like scrape off, which is kind of annoying, but otherwise the system and everything is fantastic. So that's what you'll get in the kind of final product as your little key tether, and you can take that off and wrap your keys around that. Close this. On this side here is like a wee mini kind of pocket, little custom pillar. Then in here, just a little bit of space, something handy enough to fire your phone into, like so. That is the iPhone 17. Then going out to the top pocket here, a little bit of fleece lined material, lovely. Coated zip, stunning, handy enough to place like the phone if you wanted a little bit more coverage for that, or you can place that on the side, just depending on what you fancy with your whole packing system. The main compartment, you can come from the top if you wish, like so. Get your top grabbing pocket, or you can open it up fully. Really nice bright interior. All the materials are just fantastic within this backpack. So you'll see on here you have the kind of water bottle compartment that does slowly eat into the space. When we start packing that out, you'll be able to see a bit better. A little bit of stretchy mesh here for a little bit of a tech compartment if you wanted to. Then on the side, some organization with your little meshed pockets, like so. Handy enough. Then up here, you've got your mesh pockets again. I don't really fancy the smaller pockets here on the bottom of any kind of backpack, just because I sometimes don't find very much use of it, and then when you start packing it out and it does compress a bit more. But when it's like this kind of stretchy mesh, it's different. When it's like that netted one, I feel like it just becomes a bit too tight and a bit pointless, so that works a bit better here. Similar up here, and that pocket runs right up to the top, and then you've got your little air tag if you want to place that in there. Then the rest of the space for you to pack up day to day or even travel. Then on the back here, little custom pillars. We've got a dedicated laptop compartment for the inside in here. What I'm going to do is, because I just wanted to give you, in case this is of interest, if you were thinking about this pocket for a little bit of tech, you're going to go, runs right up to 17. Obviously you're working with a curve here, about 9.5. We have got the 15-inch MacBook Pro just to show you here. That fits in lovely for a little bit of reference. Then if we go into this back compartment, I'll give you a measurement of that. Now the back dedicated laptop compartment is fleece lined, so you don't actually need to pad that up. If you didn't have a cover for your laptop, it would be absolutely safe, especially with a false bottom in there too. That runs up to about 18, but you've got a curve going on, 17 possibly, just depends on the, because they've got gusts here. Give me 2 seconds. I'd say about 10 inches. The 15-inch here is going to fit in lovely. Just give you a little bit of a size reference for that. Taking this out, closing this. Then on the back here, you've got this little secret pocket. I tried to test in the 500ml little coffee mug. Meh. You could kind of try and get it in. It's a little bit awkward for that because of the extra material, but it's perfect for a little secret pocket here on the back for passport, doc folded documents, or anything like that that you can place in there. Going into the back system, we've got padded straps, stunning, little loophole here, another one, that's where your branding is. You've got the, it's not my favorite in terms of taking this off. and then readjusting and repositioning in the loopholes. But that's what they've opted for here. I do prefer a rotational one. That little dangle stopper and a little thumb pillar. I love how they implement the padding here also, so it is around your neck. You'll be able to see it a bit better in the fit check. Then the straps themselves, lovely piece of hardware, dangle stopper and a thumb pillar. Opening that. Padding. Different padding here on the back, but well cushioned. And a lovely bit of air ventilation here, and you do have a luggage pass-through. So let's go ahead and pack her on up. I'm gonna pack her with everyday kind of use. The 12 by 9 inch Acer is gonna go here. Then I'm gonna go to my water bottle compartment. Make that a priority for the 750 ml. As you can see, a little bit of eating into that space. We are gonna go phone charger lead and the plug in there. On this side, I'm gonna go power bank and the cable. Say we're off to the gym after work. Got some leggings, bralette. Need my lifting shoes. These are women's size UK 6. Some snacks, my headphones. I'm gonna go laptop charger down here for the Acer. Pull up that MacBook in the back here, 15 inch. Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna go extra hoodie. Close this. I'm gonna go my phone at the top here. My cards at the side. Keys. 1, 2 pens. The Nintendo in this back pocket. If I can wiggle my way in there. Yep. Nintendo DS at the top pocket in there. Then I do need a small book, so I'm just gonna set it here. In there. I have no use for that other pocket. That's where we're gonna place our passport. Let me give you a weight. 7 kg. Obviously we've got 2 laptops in there and a big pair of shoes as well, so take what you will from that. Okay, time for a fit check, comfortability, and see how this feels and looks on the female body. Okay, this is what the backpack looks like on me. For reference, I am 5'6". Really comfortable straps, back padding. You can definitely feel that padding on the back, especially with like a thinner top here as well. Plenty of material here on the sternum strap to find your fit. Obviously, I'm just not a wee fan of this system. I do prefer to just fit it like that as a rotational, but otherwise it is in position, so it's grand. And the straps fairly thick. Maybe whenever you start to pack a little bit heavier, it might be nice to have like all those things implemented when it comes to like load lifters and a waist belt, but otherwise, as it is now, it's fairly comfortable. So for a wee airline test, this is the replica of EasyJet behind me. Good starting base for Spirit Airlines, Delta Airlines and American Airlines. I think it's a little bit extra for those airlines. So if you see this, if you look at EasyJet's measurements, then it'll give you a good base for that. So I want to know, does it fit as a personal item? You could go ahead and shove that in. The only kind of, it does have that flexibility, but it is because of the laptop compartment. That's the bit that you kind of have to push down on. So that is just something to consider. Obviously, if you're going based off American Airlines, then you might have a little bit extra space. So it will fit in for a personal item depending on what airline obviously you are going for. Otherwise, it's going to work out better. If you did want to get the most of it and you did have a bigger laptop, it's going to work out better as a carry-on. For a water test, this is absolutely great for water weather resistance. It's not submergible or anything. It's just something that will keep your belongings safe and dry while you are running for shelter. With the water test with this one, I noticed that it did dry fairly quickly. It was something that didn't take too long, especially when I turn on the shower and it has an enormous amount of pressure going onto it. It didn't take too long to dry, so that's definitely a bonus for that. Okay, time for some pros and cons. Pro number 1 for me is definitely the kind of structure of this, the way that it can sit up by itself, and it's got this kind of gorgeous silhouette and look to it, whether it is packed or unpacked, but also not rigid in the sense that you can't shove in like an extra jacket, an extra book, an extra hoodie or whatever it might be. It's still got that nice flexibility with it while still being aesthetically pleasing. I do love the fact that you do have a dedicated laptop compartment here in the back. Now I think times are moving on when it comes to the airport. You don't actually have to take out your laptop depending on where you are in the world. You can still just keep that in your bag, but I still prefer the fact that you do have it in the back and a separate section for it instead of kind of going into the main meat of the bag. I do have to note that it does have a really comfortable carrying system with a padding, air ventilation and everything. The straps are gorgeous. Maybe on that though, not so much a con, but just something to consider if you are kind of going heavier, 7 kg, 10 kg and having that on your back for a long period of time. It might have been worth having like load lifters and a hip belt implemented on this, but I definitely don't know if that would have taken away from the kind of look of it. But I have seen other 30-litre backpacks do it well, and where you can implement a hip belt and load lifters. So let me know below, is that something that you would have liked to have seen on this backpack or not? A con for me is definitely the sternum strap. I'm just not a fan of taking it off and putting it back on. I would just prefer rotational. And again, another personal preference is just I prefer my water bottles to be on the outside, not in a separate compartment eating into the main body of the bag. Do let me know what you think below about this new backpack from Alpaka, what you like, what you don't like. Is it your cup of tea? I love to know below. So that is the end of our review. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then why not consider joining the channel and hitting that subscribe button. If you do happen to have a wee gander over on the Alpaka website and you're thinking about purchasing this bag or any other products, then we'd be forever grateful if you could use our links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.